Hello. It's pretty late. I don't think I've ever made the video at like 8 or whatever. I was kind of noticing as I was setting this up that one, it's kind of fucking hard to set this up. Like literally, it won't stand in the right position. And two, yeah, apparently, light, like capturing what lights look like on video or photograph, is like worse than natural vision. Because I swear it doesn't look that right. I mean, yeah, the lights are there, right? And it's not like, I don't think it's like completely black or anything, but it makes it look a lot brighter than it is. Like it's like a sports stadium or something. Which it's not. I am kind of curious. Maybe. I'm gonna move this. I'm just gonna see if I can get a little better positioning. So, anyway, today has been an interesting day. I mean, nothing really much at school or work, anything like that, but that might be a little better. I think it's a little better. I kind of wish my phone would, like, stay up. Let me try to get it here. And then, like, try to talk about, there we go. That might do it. There we go. I think that works. Alright, so yeah. Weird as in, like, so I woke up from this long nap that I had. I was planning on it being just like half an hour or so. I had it like, I started it like shortly after I got back from my psychology class, which was ended at like 2:30 or so. So I think I got back here at Blue Ridge at about like 3-ish, I want to say. Well, so yeah, so I had it, and then I woke up at like about 6:30 or something. Loud vehicles, sorry. So yeah, I woke up at like 6:30 or so, and I was like, oh shit, did I like oversleep there? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to go back to bed or not, and like when. It's currently like, I don't know. It's like getting close to like 8:20, 8:30 or something like right now. I had dinner a little while ago. It's about like 7-ish. It's nice. Just had like a simple burger, and then some cooked broccoli, and then some ice cream, and then like green Jello. Kind of weird, I know. Had some water as my drink. I've been having water as most of my drink most of the time anyway. So anyway, back to the strange part. Well, so in the dream here, and I don't remember all of it, but I'll say what I do. So I was in this room with some other people. I don't really know who they were. I wasn't really paying attention to that. And there's this person giving a presentation about the sort of like, and this is like for stuff in Canada, I think it was. And I thought that probably because I was thinking about moving there, so I think that was probably just my memory kind of just putting something in there from that. But yeah, so anyway, so the person's giving a presentation about how like out at night, like you want to watch out for bears. And I was like, all right. I didn't feel like particularly scared by it, and I felt like a little bit anxious, but I was like, all right. So then I went outside, and I swear, like, I don't know if where this was at, if this was in Canada or here in the United States or just some other random imaginary place. It doesn't really matter. But so anyways, and then I went outside, and it was rainy. It wasn't like terribly rainy, but like it was definitely later. It was like later evening, I think it was, or at least like a late afternoon. I'm not really sure. It was pretty gray, gray sky. It was kind of, it wasn't like rainy per se. It was a little more like drizzly, but it was somewhere kind of in between. It was like light rain, I suppose. And it was pretty muddy. And so I was like walking around, and like somehow I didn't get like a bunch of blood on my shoes or whatever. But so anyway, so I was walking through, and I was kind of like skipping or something, and then I come across this like kind of like this part with like this train tracks or whatever within. I don't really know how to compare, but see, like I knew like the space behind, or rather to the side of the ridge. Yeah, it'd probably be kind of comparable to that sort of parking lot. Well, it's not a parking lot exactly, and they don't actually have any parking spaces. They actually try not to have people park there, but you know, I know what I mean. Yeah, so probably a little bigger than that. I don't know, something like that. And yeah, so I was there, and I noticed that some of the tracks were like buried a little bit at the ground, not very much. It was like maybe just like under an inch or two, like just had like a lot of dirt or something over them, so they're kind of just peeking out. And some of them were definitely above. And so like I walked right over this fine. It was like really thin. It's kind of like Minecraft. It's not like real life, so it was like really close to the ground, really small. But so there's like these two trains that like came through, very very short ones, like I mean very very short, like just a couple of cars, I think it was, or even just one or two for each. And then they come by really fast, and they go on. I felt more anxious than I did earlier in the dream, but not the most. And then I had this, well, I didn't have it, but you know, this really big one. It came by, and it was going like, it was going really fast at first, but then it was like, it literally like whizzed by it, and it was like 300 miles an hour or something crazy. I don't know. It was like really fast. It was like a flash almost. And I had to like get up against this like wall to prevent myself from like getting hit. And like, I don't know. It was crazy. It was going like really really fast, and I was like, oh my god, please don't hit me. I don't want to die. And then after that, like after like, and it just like flew off back in the distance, to the left of my vision, after it's been going out and then back and then around, then there was this UFO that kind of came from like the right upper point of my vision, and it kind of just like flew down and around, and it kind of arced, and then it kind of like went around to this like far off distance, and then it kind of like came back, and then it kind of like landed on the ground and crashed. And so then me, and then somehow some other people were there. Originally they weren't, when it was just with the trains, but somehow some other people popped into existence. I don't even know who they were. And then there was like these little barriers somehow too. And me and some other people like we hid behind some of these. Excuse me. And a few people were closer to the UFO, and they could see like some smoke building off of it. They were trying to see like, you know, who was in that. And then of course I woke up at that point, because I was like, I feel like I was trying to get myself to wake up at that point, and I was like, I was feeling a little achy or whatever. It happens plenty of times when I've napped. I don't know if it's an actual word or not, you know, overslept, or had a nap for much longer than it actually was. Yeah, and honestly I don't even know if I count that as a nap, because technically a nap was only like anywhere from like just a few minutes to like maybe half an hour or so, something like that. And so it was clearly much more than that. It was like 3.5, like I said. Or I don't know if I said it or not. Whatever. So yeah, anyway, that was really it was really strange, and it had kind of made me shaken after I woke up from that. Get some water real quick. And so, after I got dinner, and I was kind of walking back out, back up, and the general direction towards my dorm, I wasn't sure if I was going to try to help my friend Brian or not. He sent me a message. He was asking for a favor. Excuse me. With helping move some stuff at his place, and I didn't know that he didn't actually. He was not at a residence hall here or in the Eco Village. He's actually living on his own place. It's like literally just a few minutes away from Alumni. So we called, and then when I got back over here, so I can't really see it that well, but maybe I'll try moving the camera just a little bit. So like, well, that's not particularly great, but yeah. So anyway, so basically on this little path here, because I kind of go around, and it's kind of like down the road, and to the other side a little bit, right past the part where you turn here to go to the hospital. That's kind of where I ended the call at. I remember asking him about what his favorite phase of the moon was. I don't really know why I felt compelled to ask, but I just did. And he said full moon, and then he asked what mine was. Full moon as well. I don't know if it actually is or not, but whatever. It's kind of nice talking with him. So yeah, we'll try to. I'll try to come over to his place either tomorrow or on Sunday for a little bit. I don't know how long it'll take. He said it wasn't that much stuff, so maybe not as long. But regardless, just trying to be there for my friend, just trying to help him out. He said he was really appreciative, of me being there for him. So it'd be nice to go over to his place, see what it's like, get to help him out for a little bit, that kind of thing. So unfortunately, he was not really able to do it tonight, because he's got to wake up at like 4 tomorrow in the morning, and he's just feeling really tired. He just came from his labor, and he was feeling like pretty sweaty and dirty, so he needed to get washed up, and eat dinner, all that good stuff. But man, if I had to eat dinner normally again at like this time, or at least a little before it, like 8 or 9, like that's kind of crazy. Like, I don't know, it's kind of cool. I won't deny. Like, I definitely think for a long time I always thought that like doing stuff at nighttime was like super cool, for like a bunch of reasons. And it's just like very chill, it's very relaxed, kind of just peaceful. I don't know. It's also kind of invigorating, and I suppose in its own way. Everything else is like going to sleep or whatever, and it's kind of just like, ooh, kind of just cool, and I just feel kind of cozy, and I don't know. I think I've always really loved like nighttime, or like these sort of late evenings or early mornings. I don't know. I've had so many great experiences with that. The one that immediately comes to mind is kind of one or two. It's kind of like when I was a kid. A couple of times that I went over to Grandma's house. Right. So I remember being in that room, and I was trying to sleep or something, and I don't think I was fully able to. But regardless if I was or not, I remember kind of like looking out the window, and it was kind of like really, really early morning. It was like, I don't know, 2 or 3 or something. I didn't have a watch back then, or a clock of my own, so I don't really know. But I don't know. It was like really, really cool, and like the blankets were comfortable, and it was just peaceful in her house, and I don't know. I just really liked it. And I can kind of just hear a little bit of just like the barest noises of like the animals outside, like the crickets or a few birds chirping or whatever. And it was like really comforting. Like I didn't have like my own like phone or tablet or anything like that at the time, I think it was. So I kind of just, I mean, that's all I really had. It's either I just read, and like I'd bring a book with me to read if I was at someone else's place, or I'd just play a game if I had one, or I just sit there and just be with nature. Which, you know, honestly, I'm kind of appreciate again. I mean, I know I've done this, well, I've actually done this for years. Sometimes more often than not. I don't really remember how often I did it in like middle school or elementary school. I know I've done it quite a few times in high school, and I'm kind of starting to pick it up a little bit now here in college. Of course, it's just freshman year, so I don't know what the rest of my experience will be like, but whatever. But yeah, and then the next memory or memories is kind of just like when I was at our house in Wilmore. I remembered like, I don't know. I just remember either like listening to like the Percy Jackson like audiobooks. I think it was for like for the second book series. I don't remember which one of the one it was, but anyway, it was really good. It felt really cool. Is that like a airplane or like a drone or something? I can't really tell, but yeah, there's definitely something flying by up there. Sorry, I don't keep getting distracted. I don't really feel like I'm having a linear order to my words here. It doesn't really feel as organized. Sorry about that. But so anyway, so yeah, so like at our house in Wilmore, I remember just I remember like, you know, it's funny because like I think I don't remember if this is, I don't think this is actually true, or I don't know if it is or not, but this whole sort of joking thing that like I end up getting glasses because I read too much as a kid. Like I don't know if that's what caused me to actually need to get glasses or not, but regardless, I think it's kind of funny. And I know that I definitely did a lot of reading when I was a kid. I don't know. It's really nice, and honestly, I think I'd kind of like to do that again. You know, I know that I've kind of, you know, ever since I've had a phone, really, I know that, you know, I've often been on my phone for like later at night or something, and you know, it's often is fine with the like, but I don't know. There's kind of like a coziness thing about like, I don't know, I feel like more connected to like the immediate world around me, and that like when you get, sometimes you get on social media, and like I know maybe not on social media nearly as much as a lot of my peers, and like, and the one that I do use is mostly just Pinterest and YouTube, and I'm not even on Pinterest for like that long most of the time, and if I am on YouTube, it's mostly just for like learning about stuff, or just expressing certain opinions that I'm interested in, or just like, you know, seeing Minecraft manhunts, or just getting updated on the game's news or fun facts or stuff like that. But it does feel like kind of nice to be like, I feel a little more grounded. I feel like I'm more, and I'm like, maybe I don't feel like, oh, I'm connecting as much with other people exactly, or at least I'm trying to. But I don't know. It just feels like cozier, and so I'm kind of thinking like, you know what, I might try to do some reading before I go to bed. I don't know. I mean, I know my mom said that like I might not end up doing as much reading because like I have to do a bunch for like the, you know, like reading the textbooks for the homework or whatever. Which, you know, I've had a fair amount of that, you know, and there is a fair amount of reading. It hasn't been that bad, and I especially think it's also because like I'm not doing homework every single day, you know, and I'm doing a lot of the stuff like before I actually really need to, just being proactive on that front. But yeah, so I don't know, I might like it is it gonna be like, especially also it's a little chilly in our room most of the time. Wyatt likes it cold when he's trying to sleep. It used to be about like 60, 61, something like that. And so yeah, just kind of like cuddle into my blanket and just read a good book or something. I don't know. I'd like to have like some tea or like apple cider or hot chocolate or something. You know, I think I might actually get to do that. The only tricky part is I just gotta find where like the packets for that stuff is at, and then just like what cups I'm gonna use. But Wyatt does like his own kettle, and he might have some of the packets of this stuff. I don't know. I'll have to ask, look around. And I had some of the tea ones, but I don't remember if I threw those out or what. But anyway, yeah. I'll see if I need like a spoon or something. But I think he has some of those. I think he has some like plastic ones. So I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, so besides that, I'm trying to think what else here. Honestly, I don't really know. I thought I was feeling kind of excited to make this video. No, it's not like unexciting, but it's not really as much either. I guess because I'm trying to figure out what I'm gonna say. And again, I kind of get a little self-conscious again about. I'm not really talking to anyone. I'm just being here in front of a camera or my phone, really. And I feel like I'm talking to someone else. Like it feels like I'm doing that when I'm doing it with myself. But then I'll be like, wait, no. Is it like am I just saying stuff and then my body's just passively responding to that? It's kind of hard to explain, but I don't know. It's like I'm not two people, but it does feel like I'm having a conversation, sort of, at least, when I'm doing it with myself here, especially during these videos. I don't know. I mean, I guess lots of other people might feel the same way, so probably fine. Don't think I'm crazy or anything. But I've talked to myself for years. Again, not crazy, just. I don't actually know what it is. I don't know if it's like some kind of autistic thing, or if it's like the whole thing correlated with higher intelligence. I don't know. I mean, like, I know like a lot of people have said that like I'm smart, but like, and I don't necessarily feel like stupid, I would say, but like, I don't know. Like sometimes like I do feel smarter, but I'm just like, is that just because I'm like just good at like working memory, or am I just like, oh, I don't know, like, or is it just like other things? Is it like, how do I know that? Like, how do I really know that like I'm intelligent? Like, I don't know. It's like there's so much stuff I still don't know and understand, and like whether that means that I feel anxious about it or feel very curious and want to get a lot more. It's kind of both, in all honesty. But regardless, so I don't know if I'll actually write my story ideas down into like a proper story or something like that and try to get that published. I'm honestly thinking I might do that. At least I might try to get one of the stories down. Honestly, I really like that. The only tricky part is just figuring out like when and like how much, and like just all sort of like practical details, I suppose. Kind of what I'm thinking about. Especially just doing stuff like homework or like how tired I'm gonna be and all that. But I think I could do it. I have the time to, if I really want to. I'm sure I could figure something out. I also don't really know if I'm going to make Minecraft videos. I was thinking about getting some of like the recorder software on my school computer to try to help me with that. I know it really sucked ass when I tried to do it on my personal computer. And so like, I don't know. It made the game really bad. It made Minecraft really bad. That's what I was trying to video, and it was just not working out. And so yeah, I hope that if I do get it here on my school computer, does not make the game performance stutter or go down significantly. Yeah, again, I might have to turn off shaders or lower my render distance a little bit or something like that, but that's fine. I just like to be able to have it be quite playable, have a good stable performance, you know, while I can record it. The only other sort of tricky part is, like, since I'm not used to like recording videos on another device or making videos that are not just me talking to a camera and then just saying, all right, that's it, and I'm not really editing it at all, in fact, or if I am, it's just very minimal. You know, I don't know, I kind of really like these sort of just like honest reality things, like it's without the filters, it's without all these crazy add-ons and whatnot. It's just simple, it's straightforward, it's real. It's just like sitting down and just being humble and having a good conversation. Well, I'm not actually having a conversation with someone, but like, yeah, whatever. I know what I mean. It's just like how I like to feel anyway. So yeah, I don't know. I really hope it does work out. I'm kind of thinking I will. You know, honestly, I'm kind of thinking I might try to do it like after this. We'll see. I think I'd like to do a little bit more of the homework stuff. I'd like to finish up the sociology homework. I just got to finish taking notes on one of the readings. I think I actually no. I think I did finish taking notes. So no, I think I actually just need to. Yeah, I think I just need to take all the notes I have so far, except for like the one reading that wasn't part of the textbook, and then I need to add that stuff to my what's it called? Mind map, and then I need to just go ahead and make my next RCC update thingy, you know. Whatever that, well, no, not for RCC, it'll be the concept map assignment thing that'll be probably posted sometime next week. And then, yeah, I think that'll be good. I think besides that, so I already got, I don't have anything for ESP. I already got, I'm trying to remember what class it was that I already had everything done. I want to say psychology. I think I had everything, like, I already wrote all the notes for this stuff, but I don't remember if I did or not. So I'll have to check. I think I'm gonna have some more GSDR reading, especially with the online textbook on there. Probably won't be too bad considering how short most of the stuff is. It's only just a few pages for each chapter. Not too bad. So I have that, and maybe some other kind of reading. For chemistry, yeah, I got to read the next little bit on there. I have some for Monday and for Friday. Wednesday, by the way, is going to be Mountain Day. So, yeah, hopefully that's a good experience. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. But we don't have class on Mountain Day, so that's nice. I know I'm not exactly sure how my labor hours are going to work out in there, but oh well. We'll look at that. Yeah, so I have some stuff for chemistry class, and then like the homework stuff on Moodle for it. So I have the chemistry, and then I'm probably gonna have some psychology stuff. I'll have to check on that. I already got all the notes I need to for the sociology written down. All I gotta do is just like the rest of the stuff, put on the concept map, and then make a thing based on the concept map, and then do the RCC whenever that gets posted. Don't have anything for ESP. Trying to remember what else. I keep on forgetting. Like, I know I have 5 classes, but I keep on forgetting what every single one of them is. So it's chemistry, psychology, sociology, GSDR, and ESP. Right. So I don't know. I know I had all the stuff done for one of the classes, but I can't remember which one it was. Oh well. But yeah. So anyways. It's been really nice making this video here. Especially it's kind of nice out here in general tonight. I don't really know how long I'll be doing the homework stuff, you know, especially because, like, you know, it's Friday night, probably close to 9, and I don't really want to be doing busy work the whole night. I'm probably gonna get kind of tired. I know I had 3.5 hours now. But I don't know how successful I'll be at getting sleep. Maybe I'll be just fine. I'll be fall asleep really quickly. Maybe I'll take a little bit. Regardless, probably spend a little time finishing up sociology stuff or getting what more if I can done. So I have less stuff I need to do tomorrow and on Sunday. Like I said earlier, I got the I gotta make up the labor hours that I missed because I wasn't here for the reading days, Monday and Tuesday, so I was home with family. So I got to make up the labor hours. So yeah, that'll be 4 hours of work there. And then after that, I have a club meeting. It's the philanthropy club. It's kind of nice, but still, you know, 2 more hours of that, 2-3 more hours of that, and then I might make another video. I don't know if I want to count this one as my weekend one or not. I guess I can if I really want to. It doesn't really matter. I know I put it down as like, what, 7 to 8. It doesn't really have to be that time. It's just having it on there in general. And then, of course, probably the rest of the homework stuff and just helping my friend Brian, you know, move his things within the apartment or whatever, or to another one. I don't know exactly what he was saying on that front, but regardless, yes. So I got some more stuff than I would admittedly like on the weekend. I don't really like feeling like I'm getting penalized for going home. Right, I have to make up the labor and then and then a few other things. So yay, it's gonna be probably a little busier weekend than I'd like, but oh well. At least not every weekend's like that. Most of them haven't been so far, which is nice. Honestly, it is kind of crazy to think that it is Friday, because it doesn't really quite feel like that, because, you know, it's just been shorter work and school week, you know, or at least for me anyway. Some people were here for the whole time, so it maybe not for them, but anyhow, you've been yawning. I'm like, bro, I had a nap earlier for 3.5 hours. Why am I yawning? But anyway, so I'm gonna get going inside. I'd like to finish up sociology stuff, or at least get a little more of that done, or maybe I'll do chemistry class or whatever, I don't know, or GSDR, and then yeah, so do a little bit more homework stuff, get some pajamas on, brush teeth, all the good things. I might play some Minecraft for a little bit. We'll see how tired I am, and then yeah, sleep, and then weekend. But it's lovely making video. Like I said, I don't really ever make videos this late at night. You know, sometimes I've gone around and had little walks or whatever later. Like, I think I had that happen like maybe a few times during bridge. I've had it happen a little bit more frequent here during the actual school year. And I will just say a quick note, right? I do need to get back to talking about bridge. And yes, I do think that bridge was harder in this actual normal school year. I just felt like way more jam-packed, way more stressful. Now, it wasn't a bad experience, but there was definitely it was just definitely a lot of pressure to do a lot of things. I'm not saying that I don't feel that somewhat now, but it's not as bad. But anyways, good night. see you again. Well, I mean, of course, I'm going to see myself again. Who am I talking to? Me, of course. Whatever. Yeah. So good night.